Good YouTube, back with another video. You already know the vibes, man. Back with another one. Today I wanted to talk about, um, being hard on yourself, and when to be hard on yourself and when not to be hard on yourself. It has to be like a balance of it, because you don't want to be, being too hard on yourself and you're pushing yourself beyond your limits and you're just destroying yourself. And you don't want to be too lenient with yourself, because that's also another form of destroying yourself. When you know there's like certain things that you should be doing in your life, and you just, you sweeping it out of the rug and be like, oh, it's not a big deal, when you should, actually be, when it's actually an urgent situation, or things are becoming urgent to the point that you need to take care of them now. That's when you should be hard on yourself. But most importantly, like, there'll be times where when you are working on something, or you've done something and you feel like you could have done better, or you gave up too soon, or your consistency broke, and those are times where you shouldn't really be too hard on yourself, as you need to get back. You need to get back in that horse after you've fallen off. And when you take a L, when you take a loss, I don't like to call that loss, a L. I don't like to call that L a loss. I like to take that L as a lesson. When I see that word, when I see that letter, L, I take it as a lesson, not a loss. Because you don't want to say it's a loss, because you're not a loser. You, as you go on, you're just learning things, and you learn it from your mistakes, and you just keep on going. So that's why I say, like, times when you actually take an L, or you didn't perform the way that you wanted to perform, or you came up short in whatever aspect of your life, you shouldn't beat yourself up, call yourself stupid, or I suck, I'm a loser, I can't get nothing right, I can't do nothing right. You don't want to say things like that, because you're just gonna push yourself in a deeper hole. And then when it's time for you to, like, start rising above and attacking your goals, you're not going to be confident enough to do so, because you already ruined, your psychology. You already told yourself multiple times that, you're a failure and that you're a loser. And now your subconscious mind has taken up all that, those thoughts and ideas, and now that's projecting it out into your reality. Now you're moving around like you are a loser, and that you're not confident, and you can't deliver when it's needed, and now you're just living that reality. And then it's going to be even harder for you to get out that hole and to change that reality to something different that you was already chasing. So in those point in times, whenever you take a loss, or you realize that you fell short, or you didn't deliver all the way, bring yourself up. Tell yourself that you got this. Tell yourself it's only a minor setback for a major comeback. You want to be able to tell yourself that whenever you fall off the horse, or whenever you fall down, that you're able to get back up and try again. And that's the mentality that you got to have. Whenever I fall off, whenever I make a mistake, or I didn't perform the way I wanted to perform, or I came up short, again, on whatever aspect of life that it is, you want to tell yourself that it's fine, and that all I need to do is just get back on that horse and try again. All I need to do is get right back up and try it again. And the more and more you keep doing that, the more and more you're able to withstand, certain adversities that, and obstacles that will come about in your life. And whenever those things actually push you, back a couple steps, you don't panic. You don't lose your cool. You got to stay 10 toes. You got to know, like, all right, I'm going to be fine. It's going to take a little bit of time for me to get back in that rhythm or that momentum, but I'm fine. I still got this, and it's just a lesson. And now I'm learning from it, and now I'm taking action so I can get back on what I need to be doing. And, that's what you need to do whenever you fall down, so that it can be a quick process and an easy process for you to get back on, whatever you was doing, or to have that actual big comeback, as a result of that minor setback. And, that's a time where you shouldn't be too hard on yourself. Whenever you fall down, whenever you make a mistake, or whenever you feel like that you could have done better, do not beat yourself up. Bring yourself up, so that when you getting back on your shit, it'll be a an easy transition. you know. And let's talk about times where you should be hard on yourself, like. And I don't mean verbally disrespect yourself. Stop calling yourself stupid, dumb, lame, any of those negative words that y'all be saying to yourselves. And I know some of it is a force of habit. You gotta train yourself to let that go, cause then that's the person you're creating. If you keep telling yourself, "Damn, I'm stupid. I'm not smart enough. I always fail at these things. I can't do better." You're just creating that reality for yourself, and it's gonna become true. And more you say it, the more and more you drill it into your brain, and the more and more you actually believe that you are a loser or that you can't do certain things. So I don't advise to say any of those words, but when I say like be hard on yourself, that's when you need to be more strict and more disciplined with yourself. You know, when you notice that you've been, scrolling on social media for too long, that's when you gotta be like, all right, nah, I gotta stop. Like, you gotta do better than this. Or when you feel like you've been lazy for longer than 2 days, it's like that's when you gotta be like, all right, it's time to get up and do something. Like, let's go take some action. Let's go, get something done. Those are the times where I feel like that you should be hard on yourself, because you're creating a pattern and a routine that's not helpful towards you in your future. So that's when you be like, all right, nah, time to get on your shit. Like, get up, and that's the time when you be hard on yourself. But again, do not call yourself ill names and say bad things about yourself, because eventually you're gonna believe it. And that's how our brains are programmed to work. It works that way. So you got to be really mindful of what you're saying. So there's positives to both sides. There's a positive, you're getting a lot of gains from not being too hard on yourself, as you're able to successfully transition and, transition easily and as soon as possible back into the right, track, back on the right track. And then when it's time for you to be hard on yourself, you're not beating yourself up, but you're uplifting yourself to be like, all right, let's get back to what we were doing, because this is what we need to be doing so that we could be on the right track. So yeah, that's the main thing I want y'all to take from this video, is that it's okay to fall down. It's okay to fall off for a couple days max, but you need to tell yourself, you need to be strict with yourself, and be like your own parent or your own big brother, and be like, all right, it's time for you to stop the BS, and it's you need to be doing that. That's a form of being hard on yourself. That's that tough love right there. That's that discipline. And there's times where you actually need to rest, and that you need to take some time to let your mind, rest, and to reevaluate things and to see where you're going. So that's sometimes we'd be like, all right, it's okay. I took the L. Maybe I should sit back a little, reevaluate myself, and then get back in the fight. And as simple as that. So yeah, that's the main thing I want y'all to take from this video. And make sure y'all spreading that love and positivity. This is righteousness only. Make sure you always on the righteous path. Doing little things to add to the cup and to make not only your life better, but other people's lives better as well. So make sure you spreading that love and positivity, and peace out.